nation. I make them vacate, we not talking vacation. 옆에 계신 퀸 쏟아져 머리에는 dream 바가지 pocket full of 막 터지는 소나기 쥐는 비 갑자기 바빠지는 폭격기는 돈 쓰는 취미 이루는 affirmation 보면은 되게 돼 있어. So sing with me, dream a little kid 꽂아 get a top. 나가자 마치 하나 된 우리를 같이. Go go, that's not what they think you know. Do that, 호랑 태권도. 비틀비틀거리는 안가는 보. 뒤따라 따라온 내 흔적이 이름을 불러. Go go go, that's not what they think you know. Do that, 호랑 태권도. 비틀비틀거리는 안가는 보. 뒤따라 따라온 내 흔적이 이름을 불러.
Hello and welcome to Saturday night with the NBA on 2K Sports. An exciting game on the way. I'm Brian Anderson at the table with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. On the wings, it's the dynamite pair of Levine and DeRozan. Williams and Vucevic patrol the inside. And it's G in at the point guard position. And for the Pistons, Cunningham and Ivy are the backcourt pair. Isaiah Stewart out there with James Wiseman, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. And it's the Pistons to start out. Out of the gate, some guys tend to start strong, Grant. Others take a little time to warm up. Which group did you align with?
Yeah, good question, BA. You know, I always liked to start the season strong. And a lot of it goes into your preparation. What are you doing in the offseason? Are you ready when we get into training camp, the preseason? You know, all of that building to opening night and really establishing yourself within the team and also throughout the league right from the gates.
Now here's Levine. On the wing, DeRozan, defended by Bogdanovich. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the long J.
You got to keep that head up, and Levine knows that. Able to hit his man in stride there.
And Grant, a positive for the Bulls over the last few seasons. They work hard to get good shots.
Well, B.A., that's definitely part of their DNA. They've had the personnel to do it, and guys who are disciplined and patient.
And here are the Bulls now, following the score by Detroit. Here's G. He's watched by Cunningham. Here's G. Fires it. And Cunningham pulls it down. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. And it's cleared by Vucevic. DeRozan right side. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And DeRozan just so crafty on those moves. Slips right through the contact for the finish.
Here's Cunningham. Last game, 26 points for him. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Levine for 3. Detroit with a rebound. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
That was a great win for them. Nobody liked their chances coming into the game. But when they got to OT, they put the hammer down.
But once they could taste that upset, they weren't going to let this one slip away. Ferocious in that overtime period.
Pass to Carter. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Caruso. Back to White. The rebound by Bogdanovich. And here's Morris. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They trail by 3. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Chicago.
They really struggled against this team last year, despite having comparable talent. I mean, they got swept in the season series.
Carter on the wing. 17-foot shot on the way. Tie game in Detroit. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Your Pistons 5. The Bulls 5.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, looking at what we've seen from the Pistons, what do you think?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Isaiah Stewart out there with Duren. Then it's Monte Morris. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Thompson in at the 2. That's the group for Detroit starting the second. The Pistons trailing. Morris outside. Pass to Stewart. Duren in the post. Drummond's there. Duren with the bucket.
There's just no reason to give him inside position.
Yeah, when he's this close to the basket, it's a wrap.
Talk about solid debut games. How about Jalen Duren's intro to the league in 2022?
Yeah, welcome to the NBA. I thought this was supposed to be a step up in competition, Grant. And Duren goes out there and does it. Double-double on his first outing. And that's how you like to arrive. Announce yourself to the NBA, young fella.
Here's Stewart. Count it. And it's Morris with the assist. Stewart's got his first basket.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting percentage.
Pass to DeRozan. Drummond with the ball. Kicks it to DeRozan. Back to Drummond. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And a quick check now on the teams that led the league from the charity stripe a year ago. 5th on the list, the Bulls.
This was a good group of free throw shooters last year, something they really worked on in practice. And sometimes that's the coaches calling for it, and oftentimes the players doing it by themselves.
Thompson outside. And we've got 1:18 left in the first half. Drummond grabs the miss. Chicago trailing here. Well, Brett, when you look at the Detroit Pistons, a team that has really struggled recently.
Well, that's what youth will do for you. It's really hard to win in this league. And these young guys are learning how to get out and compete on a nightly basis. They are searching for an... Hopefully they'll have the health this year to see some of their young talent really take to it and take those strides.
Now here's Morris. 8 points in his last timeout. Go for the Pistons. Wiseman, he's checked in for Duren. Ivy comes in for Harris. And Cunningham subbed in for Morris. And the Bulls also making a change. Vucevic is checked in. Here's Stewart. Driving to the basket. Oh, look at Wiseman. Throwing his weight around.
Wiseman clever on that pick and roll. Finds the space.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. G, no good. The Pistons leading. Here's Thompson. No good off the back of the rim. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Here's G. Vucevic, the pass to G. Back to Vucevic. Here's G. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
I mean, his length gives him an advantage over a lot of other point guards in this league.
Number 16 at the line for 1.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Bulls out in front, up 2. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. They were slightly better in the second. Not a big difference between these two teams. Kenny, your thoughts on how the Bulls are playing?
Playing on the road is having no effect on you. Between your planes, the hotels, the buses, it's a grind. It can zap your energy level. But right now, they look like the fresher team. And we'll see if they hit the wall in the second half.
And Shaq, how about what you saw from the Pistons?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And with load management, some say it's the team's job at times to protect players from themselves. How different is that from when you play, Grant?
You know, B.A., it's very different. I think teams now are much smarter assessing load and risk and looking more at the long-term big picture of their players.
Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. Williams and Vucevic patrol the inside. Levine is the 2 with DeRozan at the 3. And it's G in the point guard. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Bulls back in 2021 shifting the roster towards a more veteran win-now look. They've pushed their chips into the middle. Now they're trying to find their way into contention. All-star forward DeMar DeRozan said, quote, "We've got to go out there and compete. If we want this thing, we have to go after it." Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
DeRozan with the power move.
And that's where the frame of DeRozan comes into play. So good at bodying up to get his.
For Detroit, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Well, Grant, given the proud history of the Pistons, the teens were an especially rough decade for them.
Yeah, I mean, nothing much went right for them. But I'll say this for Detroit fans, they never give up on their team. It's as faithful a fan base as you'll find.
Detroit calls timeout. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Durant, he's checked in for Detroit. Harris comes in for Stewart, and the Bulls also making a change. Caruso, he's checked in for DeRozan. Here's Harris. Cunningham outside. Good work defensively by Caruso.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here's Levine. Oh, could the inside, but Levine gets it through.
This is where Levine's coordination shows up, able to make adjustments in tight.
There's 1:17 left in the third quarter of the game. Cunningham passes to Durant. Back to Cunningham. Here's Durant. Outside Bogdanovich. Harris on the wing. Hits a three-pointer. Harris has got 6.
Good decision there by Bogdanovich. Solid at noticing when the defenses overcommit.
To the middle. Here's G. He's watched by Cunningham. G passes to Vucevic. Shoots over Durant. And again, it's Chicago.
Throughout the second half, they've achieved excellent efficiency on the offensive end.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 4-point game. Pass to Harris. Lays it up and banks it in. Durant's got his second basket of the game.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Here's G. He's watched by Cunningham. Back to Levine. Caruso outside. Clock at 4. Pulls it. Again, the Bulls score.
Yeah, there was a lack of intensity in the first half, but these teams have now turned it up.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. It's the Bulls. They're up by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
That's right, fans. It's time for the final quarter.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Monte Morris is out there with Alec Burks. Then there's James Wiseman. Then it's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Thompson in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Now here's White. Williams on the wing. Back to White. And it's Wiseman with the rebound. Wiseman's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Thompson. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good. Chicago leading. Outside White. Pass to Williams. Carter against Thompson. Carter, good.
And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
Yeah, breakdowns like this are only going to hurt you moving forward and late in the game. Establish some trust and make the defense come together.
Here's Morris. Goes up again. Oh, look at Wiseman. All the tools inside.
And that's what the coaches right now want from Wiseman. Just effort points. Get in there. Stay active.
Williams on the wing. Back to Carter. The Bulls need to get off a shot. DeRozan passes to Carter. Over Morris. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation. As the buzzer sounds. So for the Pistons, Bogdanovich has checked in for Thompson. Ivy comes in for Burks. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Morris. Here's Cunningham. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
And this is who you want at the line. Cunningham showing what true leadership is all about.
Chicago calls timeout.
Hey, Cunningham. 2 shots. Timeout, Chicago. Come on, fans. Now's the time to get up. Get up off those seats. Clap your hands and stomp your feet.
Let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
He's been unguardable in this one, getting whatever he wants out there. He's just simply putting the offense on his back and delivering.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. Coach had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done. So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
He knows just how important these shots are, and he makes them count.
Williams on the wing. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Williams. And he sinks it.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And the Pistons call time here. They're down by 1. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Here we go, crowd. Time to get loud for some free team. Man, let's hear it. Come on, let's do it.
52 seconds left in the game. Here's Cunningham. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And a great opportunity.
And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge, asking for a review. This could be a big call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But almost in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Again, take it up for your Pistons dance team.
Good on the first, and that ties this game up.
See the raw talent that Cade Cunningham has, and with hard work and the proper focus, this guy is capable of big, big things.
Making them when it matters most. Those trips to the line can build some confidence.
Here's G. Vucevic, the pass to G. And here is Williams. 5 to shoot. Here's G. And he drills the triple.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
You can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Detroit calls timeout. They're behind by 2. There's 25 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. So it's Detroit now, trailing by 2. Here's Cunningham. It falls! And tie game! Huge basket right there. Here's G. Lets it go from deep. Can't knock in the 3. Cunningham up top. Oh, off target. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. And Detroit has possession. DeRozan and Miller in at the forward slot. Kobe White out there with Alex Caruso. And it's Vucevic in at the center, locking down the middle.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
They're just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Yet now in his 30s, DeRozan still possesses that trademark athleticism. He loves throwing it down.
Bogdanovich, no good.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Here's White. Soft touch off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 2.
This is when you need a defensive presence, but it's just not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense. Not that last possession.
Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Just flat-out playmaking from Cade. This is why he was picked first overall.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
Here they come, your Pistons dancing. Your Pistons finish.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Williams up top. Stewart defends. And it's DeRozan missing. Detroit has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Cunningham on the wing. Yes!
You gotta love what Cade Cunningham, as a young star, is bringing to this game.
White against Cunningham. And he buries it. And he's tied it up. What a shot!
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Detroit calls timeout. Ivy's checked in for the Pistons. From 12 feet, count it!
And the confidence growing from this young guard, Cunningham, dropping in the jumper.
Here's G. He's watched by Cunningham. G. And buries it from deep!
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
And it's Cunningham missing.
Nice work defensively. Meeting him up top and forcing the miss.
Here's G. And connects from downtown.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And the Pistons call time here. They're down by 4. 24 seconds left in the first overtime period. Here's Bogdanovich from the inbound. Yes!
Incredible play. Bogdanovich does not let... pressure get to him.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Cade Cunningham. Second personal foul. Team second.
So the first one drops. And that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Big free throws right there to make this a 2-possession game.
Cash! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
For all the work he does on the perimeter, you can't forget about Bogdanovich inside.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he's able to hit the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
The whole arena knows they need a 3 to force another overtime.
Off target from downtown. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Cade Cunningham. 4th personal foul. Team 4.
First free throw is good. And that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Number 16. At the line.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 5-point game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
So the Bulls win it. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. So long, everyone.